of kids, but I don't think anybody from Stuyvesant really wanted to catch her eye, because for whatever reason, I couldn't find anybody that wanted to go with me. Eventually, I was just kind of biking up by myself, but I didn't try and go back and forth between groups of kids, because I had my bike. The stupid thing I did was when I was coming down, when we were evacuating all the kids, once I had all my kids out to the first floor, and they were all there, I went back up to the third floor, and I felt like, this is it, we're all gonna die. I had to get my bike out of here, but I had locked up in the social studies office. So I went up to the social studies office, and the entire building was empty. But I unlocked my bike, and I brought it back down. And you know, it turned out to be a good thing, because I was like one of the first people to get home that day. You know, it was strange too, because the further north I got, the more normal the city got. And by the time I got to Washington Heights, I mean, I live on 157th Street, and you wouldn't even know anything had happened there, at all. I guess in the face of it, the gift bag was really nice. I mean, anytime a corporation gives you a bunch of free swag, it's always a good deal. But I gave most of my stuff away to kids. I got like toys and action figures and this weird 3 popcorn. You know, a lot of it seemed like products they were testing, but we popped this popcorn, and you expect a certain taste when you eat popcorn. It's kind of sweet. I mean, it's all a bit strange, because I had a script committee meeting, and all my kids were there, and I gave away about half my stuff. But I mean, I kept some of it too. Like, the bag itself is useful. I used it to carry my laundry down my laundry room. So that's cool. I mean, it was all just really nice, but sometimes I just kind of feel guilty. Like, did I really deserve this? I mean, I guess I was helpful with evacuating the kids and relaying messages on my bike. But I just kind of feel, you know, I mean, it all turned out okay though. So I think it was good. I mean, it was cool, and it was certainly a good cure for them. I mean, I'm definitely more predisposed now to want to go out and buy their products. Also, I was one of the few teachers who got a blue bag instead of a black bag, so that was pretty special.
I'm a school lunch helper. I'm here by 7 o'clock, and I help set up breakfast for the kids. And after breakfast, right on into the lunch period. Preparations for lunch until 1:45. I went to Brooklyn Tech. We didn't have to take any food over there, and finding a way over there was sort of stressful, but I got there okay. And when we got to Brooklyn Tech, it was sort of a matter of adjustment, because our kids came in from 1 to 1:30, so we had to go there, maybe our regular working hours, go there, and the Brooklyn Tech workers, they were still there. So we were sort of waiting until they moved out. Preparing while they were still there, bobbing up into each other, trying to prepare for the Stuyvesant kids. And they have a big kitchen and a big staff. And because of the big staff, the locker room is unbearable. So getting in and out while they was getting out was sort of stressful, but we got it done. Our kids started eating at 1:45. The last serving period was 5:15 to 5:30, so we didn't get out of there until 6:30. I enjoyed sleeping late in the mornings because I didn't have to wake up so early, but when we got out of there, it was dark. And right after World Trade that Wednesday, well, no one came into work. Thursday and Friday, we went to the other schools. And Monday, that following Monday, all the Stuyvesant workers were required to report back here and feed the workers in the area. You had to come back here and feed the workers. It was stressful. The air was bad. Getting off the train, the air was smoky. I wore a mask, but I don't know how much good it did. You know? But I didn't get sick or nothing. My eyes didn't tear or nothing.
In 1993, the bang was very, very loud. I mean, I thought the chemistry department had done something stupid with an experiment. But this time, the bang wasn't as loud. After it happened, I went down to the first floor because I knew from 1993 that the Secret Service would use this as a triage center. They had meetings that they told us about afterwards if there were ever anything to happen that Stuyvesant would be used. So I knew they would use our theater, and I knew they'd use the gyms. But anyway, when I was going down, there were people starting to come in from outside because they wanted to use the phones. I told our kids who wanted to use the phones to come into my office, but by that time, I don't know if the phones were working. But anyway, I started bringing in people from outside too. There were some mothers with carriages, and I brought them all into the theater. I sent for people from guidance to talk to some because lecture hall. So I go to leave, and then the Secret Service come in and said for everyone to leave the theater. So everyone who was in the theater came to my lecture hall with me. And my homeroom, okay, they're very, very noisy. I mean, I have some football players in there, so. But they're really good kids, and they didn't panic at all. I mean, there was an announcement for everyone to leave the building, so naturally they would, but they didn't. The boys carried out all the carriages, and you know the lecture hall, there's an exit out on the north side. Well, the boys carried out all the carriages, the mothers went after, and we all went out the back. We were one of the first groups out there because we're the closest to the north exit, but the police were there saying to run. I looked at every kid I saw because I couldn't keep my homeroom together. There was so much commotion. I looked at every kid I saw and I said, okay, I want you to hold someone's hand. I don't care if you know them or not, but hold someone's hand. And don't look back. And I didn't look back. I think maybe one of the buildings would have fell around that time because I don't remember it happening, but I do remember seeing the lights flicker. But anyway, I looked at the kids and I said, if you live in Manhattan, go home. If you have anywhere in Manhattan, an uptown office or something, walk. You're gonna walk. And take someone with you. From Queens, Staten Island, Brooklyn, just take them with you until things get straightened out. If you find a phone, call someone. But take somebody with you and be careful.